Everyone, it's me, Skepsis/SitRep, and today I'm going to show you how to make something like this. It's very in the style of Skrillex. It's a vocal chop, sort of. You'll know it as soon as you hear it. Obviously, I'm just going to show you the technique. I did this really quickly. It's nothing fantastic. This blue section here is the audio chop, so I'll let you listen to it blended in with the song I made and then on its own. With the rest of the song, and then here's it by itself. And that is made entirely in Logic with no input from anything else, so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I'm not going to save that because I'm never going to use it for anything, but it's okay. I made a new software track just because you don't need to. I'm just going to go into loops in Logic Pro X, go into vocals, and go down to what's Byron sound like? Yeah. Oh. 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 Ba 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 ba. Oh. 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 Ba-dum. Yeah. Yeah. Ba-dum. Let's grab that. Import. Let's change the tempo. 126K. Yeah. Come on. That's all I could possibly see us needing. Now I'm gonna just drag it up. It's both, select them both, just drag, click drag, select them both. Click on this right here on this gray bar, choose the glue tool, glue them together. It'll just run an audio thing and glue them together, so that's that. Now get your pointer, select it, change to the scissors tool. Zoom in nice and close. Hold down the Alt or Option button and drag your cursor along until you get to whatever size of segment you want to cut it into. Do fourths, and now it'll just, once you release it, it'll cut it all into those size of segments, and then cut any that don't look like they'll work. So you want the wave file to begin at the start of each fourth. So this one, for instance, probably won't work. This one won't work. These would not be good. That might work. That won't work. That won't work. That won't work. This won't work. This one, that would be weird. That won't work. These trail ones won't work. And then we'll just slide it all together, just like this. Oh, hang on. Is that all of it? I think so. Oh. Uh-oh. I messed it up right here. I gotta fix that up. There we go. So select everything I'm working on. And just drag it over. I'm just connecting everything. That's all I'm doing. Hold down Shift and Select to add it to your selection. I'm seeing that these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are very similar, so I'm going to listen and make sure they're not all the same thing. If they are, I'll get rid of them. I think the third one is the best, so I'm going to keep the third one. Get rid of that because there's no point to it. And I have 2 tracks here already from the 2 loops I dragged in, and I'm just going to grab every second little fourth note singing thing, and I'm going to start just mixing and matching them like so. So now let's see what that sounds like. So this shouldn't be here. So let's switch this one and this one. As good as that did sound. I'm just gonna now make it like get the sounds I want. Pitch doesn't matter right now because we're gonna be changing that. Oh, I didn't know that was from there. Okay, let's try this one. So we'll do 4 for our selection area. I'm just going to select them all and go into my glue tool and glue them all together again. So there they're all glued together. Go back into my cursor. I'm going to double click to open this down here. And let's get right in there. Can we combine them? No. Okay, now I just did this a few seconds ago. I have to remember how now. That's audio for flex editing. Yes. Okay. Do you want to turn on flex for the track? Turn on flex. Now I'm going to click on here and go Flexpitch. Just select the top thing of this list. And now we have our MIDI information. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select it all first by clicking in the grayed out area, or the blued out area I suppose, like just within the selection. Make sure nothing is selected, and drag from the corner and select all of the notes. I'm going to right click one of them, and I'm going to press set to perfect pitch, just like that. And now while they're all selected, I'm going to try and get rid of as much vibrato as I can over the mass thing, but still keep a little bit so it sounds sort of natural. And now this is what it sounds like. And now let's just drag the notes around to make it sound cool. Alright, now let's say we want to do some more work on it. We could just drag it out. It'll copy all the information. We have a second one here now. So let's just, I mean, it probably won't sound good, but just for kicks, drag it up 1 octave. As you can see, it puts all the information on the piano roll, which is totally awesome. It adjusts the formant with the pitch, which is just great. Now let's go back over to the first one. There we are. And on these longer notes at the end of the phrase, I want to add some vibrato again. That sounds weird. I guess if a note wasn't meant to have vibrato, it shouldn't have vibrato on it. I think this one meant to have vibrato. I'm not 100% sure though. Oh, oops, don't want to move the whole note, just the vibrato. Why is it doing that? Oh, bottom is vibrato, okay. Maybe I can connect those, I'm not sure. I'm kind of hoping I can. Trying to create some sort of like almost slide effect. Oh look, each of these does a different thing. So like pitch drift, fine pitch, pitch drift, gain. Well, that's totally cool. I didn't even know that you could adjust the gain like that. That's totally awesome. Maybe we'll try and make the gain universally the same. I don't know if I like that idea, but we'll give it a shot. And right there's good for the vibrato. So yeah, let's play with the gain. Try and normalize our audio here a bit. The vocals, that is. I haven't done this. I don't know what it's going to sound like. Don't want too many peaks, obviously, but we'll do what we can. I think that's about as much as we're going to be able to do. How is this going to sound if we play both of them? I'm just wondering. So as you can see, if we move this here and then solo this track, the information disappears. That is unfortunate. Okay. But I think there is a way to make it keep it. Is this... Let me see. Okay, so we need to select everything. And now I believe if we move this over, it keeps its information. Okay, so now if we solo this, and we close our piano roll, so we can overlap these two. So what I would usually do is I'd take a high-pitched one, I would put it to my left ear, because most people's right ears are naturally more sensitive to sound, and higher pitches come through easier to us. So I want to put the higher frequencies in the left ear if I can. I'll put this one to the right. And I'm going to turn down the one in the left ear, and if I'm turning that down, I should put it more towards the center on the other track. And I'm going to want to zoom in nice and close and grab the beginning of this and just shift it over like the tiniest bit. Now I'm going to bring both of these really close center. I might actually have this one on center and really bring down this volume a lot. I'm going to select it. I'm going to grab all the notes. There they are. And I'm just going to bring up the vibrato a good amount in that direction. And let's see what we can do with the formant. Alright, so now if we don't even this out, we're going to have an issue when we bounce the track. So I'm just going to go into scissors real quick. Or actually no, I'm going to just bring down this and I'm going to go split by playhead and delete this extra stuff at the beginning here. And I can't stretch that out, that's okay. So, I believe to combine these I will have to export them. I think there might be an easier way, let me just check. File, bounce, oh, you can do regions in place. Okay, bounce regions in place. And there we go, we bounced everything into one track, so we can delete these, or keep them, it's probably a better idea. And you can tell from the stereo information that it's a little bit aimed at the right, so I'm just gonna... Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate the track. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just pan this one out to the left by like 15, and do this one to the right by like 15, 16, whatever. On the top one, I'm just gonna EQ out some of the low end, even though it's mostly EQ'd out already. Actually, I'm not gonna EQ out completely. I'm just gonna put a dip. And on this one, I'm gonna go into the EQ. Just gonna take out a little high end. And I'm gonna select them both and press create track stack. And there's them merged together in sum one, and we can just call that shop vocals. And now we can just double click this and it'll open up, or we can hit this arrow to open it up. I'm going to zoom in nice and close again, go to the very beginning, and just move forward like the tiniest amount I can. Literally just thickens it up a little bit, that's all it does. And now on the whole sum, I can add different plugins and stuff. So I'm going to add a reverb, but I'm actually going to use Isotope. But you don't have to. Like I said, you can do everything I made for the last sound in Logic. I just like the reverb in Isotope because it's easy. Or I mean in Isotope's Ozone. So I'm just going to put on a plate reverb, make it nice and wide, bring it up a bit. In stereo range we can edit a little bit too. Everything's really exaggerated, but that's okay. I'm not wearing headphones, so we could probably just get rid of that bass signal altogether. Brought down the reverb a bit. Now I'm going to add a limiter to it. Pretty cool. Can't really think of anything else to do. I think that's pretty much it. If you want, you can add a stereo delay, like to boost one side all the way. Again, right ear is usually more sensitive, so I'll boost the left all the way up, and then bring each of these down to like 8%, so it's nice and subtle. You might just want the high end echoing too, like high end. You could bring up the right side to like 12. So that's how you make professional sounding, pitch edited vocal chops in Logic Pro X. Also, obviously, if you're looking at this, you're probably into dubstep, so we could just change the tempo to 140. We can select both of our tracks, hold down Alt and drag it, and it'll just auto flex time into our tempo. So now if I went in and I grabbed some drums, there's a snare and a kick. There's a kick, like that, and that. Alright, hold on. Just for example purposes, let's just open up the mixer. Oh, dock keeps popping up. Gotta get that high end on your dubstep snare, right, guys? Am I right? I know I'm right. So let's do that. Let's get a shaker. Shaker. That'll do. And just loop it a bit. Now, oh, are we clipping? I don't know why I thought it looked like we were clipping. Okay, so here's our output, our master output. And we could throw an EQ on. I like to throw an EQ with an analyzer on before I throw on whatever I'm using to master it, but here's Isotope. I always mess up the names. Isotope Ozone 5, yeah. And we'll throw on a Hall reverb onto the entire thing and make it nice and wide again. Mostly want to target that snare up top. Make it nice and soft. I just want to widen up that top end. Obviously none of this is necessary, but I want it to sound professional, even in my example, so. Make all that bass info mono. And I like to add a little bit of either retro or tape distortion. Just a tiny bit here and there, and then quite a bit in the high end because the S's tend to get quite compressed. And I just bring down the whole thing to like half for the mix. Just make it sound more natural. And last but not least, a maximizer of the whole thing. And if I was going to make any adjustments to the EQ, I would do it now. Of course, I don't want to because it's mixed fairly well, so. Oh, there it is, recall default. Okay. So now I would adjust the maximizer as needed. You guys get the idea. If I was going to actually do this, I would export everything besides the drums, import the drums separately from the track, and then sidechain the drums in the mastering of the rest of the track, because that seems to be the best way to do it, except for keep some percussion to cover up any volume dips in the actual track. Anyways, that's without any instruments or anything, so that's why it was so easy to master. But yeah, that's a professional sounding vocal chop. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later. This has been a tutorial from Skepsis/SitRep. Subscribe for more. I make them all the time. Remember, subscribing is free. All it does is makes it so that when you log on to YouTube, on your homepage, it'll be like, hey, check this out. This guy made a new video about Logic Pro X that you can watch and learn more totally cool stuff. So yeah, check that out. Talk to you guys later. Goodbye.